Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome to another episode of RGS with myself success. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are blessed. Hope you guys are healthy. I'm healthy, but I don't think I'm 100% healthy. Like, I woke up and my right ear was a little bit partially blocked, which is a bit annoying. But I think that people should know that. But by the time you listen, I'll be healed. Amen. So that's fine. Today, we are gonna chop into some of the good stuff. I'm excited. It's somebody that we've had our eye on for a while, and we wanted to get him in, tell us a bit of his story. And so today we're welcoming Zelijah Tishbite into the building. What are you telling me, bro?
Yo, active members inside for the opportunity, man. You know, you gotta gas it when you come in, active members, right? I start mentioning everyone's names and that. But thank you for the opportunity, man. We're inside.
Nah, no worries. I think the first thing to do, as I do with everybody, is ask how you are. Like, genuinely, I don't say that you're good because everyone just says, yeah, man, I'm good, man. How are you? How is this time of life? Because we're like solidly into the year now. So,
do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. So, if I'm honest with you, I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Happy with life. Yeah. Everything's well. You know what I'm saying? Everything's nice, but I'm tired. That's the only thing. So I feel like annual leave, I need that. I need to go somewhere like Malta.
Yeah.
Or Sicily or somewhere and just do Instagram live and snap and chill. You know what I'm saying?
I've been realizing, because like, for those of you that don't know, like, obviously I study at uni, but like this year's my placement year. Okay. So like I'm working like for the whole of my third year, then I'll like go back in my final year. And like working, hey, everybody's been saying it, yeah, and it's okay to go somewhere, you do your 2 Amazon jobs, your warehouse jobs, whatever. But I'm doing like a steady office job, but like annual leave is now precious. It's now like gold dust. It's like, bro, it's literally gold dust. Like, what? Fam, it's actually gold dust, because like, however many days in a year, like 200 days in a year, like you're literally jigging, you're working, like. And then it's just that annual leave, like, bro, I treasure it so much. Shout out to everybody listening that's working full time, that's holding it down. Listen, shout out to you guys, because I'm just not that soldier yet, and that's fine. That's very, very fine. Yeah, we'll be praying for that your annual leave is there, that your leave won't be denied.
I need it. Amen. I receive it.
It's very, very fine. But yeah, I even think that they need to start bringing in the 4-day work week, because you know I
see that online. You know, I'm not gonna lie. If they bring that in, I'll be enrolling 4-day week. This makes sense, huh?
I'm there.
Monday to Thursday.
I think they did it in France. Well, maybe because the French, they just like to riot. Maybe that's what you should. Maybe that's what you should do as well. Don't take my fingers as advice, but maybe we should look into the riot thing. But we are gonna quickly switch on to you.
Say no more. Your
name, Zelijah Tishbite, is very unique. It's very unique. As someone with a unique name, I feel it. Can you talk to us a bit about where that came from? Yeah, how that came about.
Right. So, what, should I take you back to the beginning?
There's no better place to take us.
Yeah.
Please.
All right. Cool. Say nothing. So, all right. Cool. So before Christ, BC. I was called Jaws. Reason why we were doing things we shouldn't have been doing, and the name became Jaws. Okay, cool. So then, fast forward now, I started doing DJing. So I used to be a DJ.
Okay.
Whereby, not DJ as in like mixing songs. Yeah. The thing where it's like someone will have maybe like a mixtape or a song, and I will kind of host it.
Yeah.
Like boom, right now you're listening to DJ Zelly.
Yo.
And on this one we got Success.
That's what they used to do, like on the old school, like the road rap tips.
Yeah, exactly.
The road rap tips and that, yeah.
Like, what are you saying? Like, are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into your lifestyle, baby.
Yeah.
And then jump onto it. So, because I was doing that, I needed another alias, so I couldn't be called Jaws. So I chose Zelly. Yeah. DJ Zelly. But that came from a TV show that I used to like called Heroes, where there was a guy called Petrelli. So I kind of I was called Joselly. But I split it into
Heroes.
Into
was that on BBC?
Was BBC, one of them?
Yeah. I always saw that. Was that good? Was that any good?
Do you know what? Looking back at it now,
it
was actually rubbish. But at the time,
fairs, nostalgia hype. It's calm.
It was pattern.
We'll rock with it.
Some guy used to fly, and I was like, "Hey, I like the way this guy's flying. Like, I want to be like my man." So Joselly became Zelly, DJ Zelly. Then I got saved, and I was like, "Rah, well, I can't be called Jaws because it's associated with madness, and DJ Zelly just sounds a bit weird." So, getting into the things of the Lord, I realized that I really became fond of Elijah in the Bible. But because I was called Zeli, I just put the Zeli,
and then just
fused it, became Elijah.
Yeah,
and then it was just Elijah and Elijah alone. And then I was releasing music and that afterwards, and it just kept going on some next Chinese guy's page on Spotify.
I'm screaming.
And his music kept coming on my page, and I was like, "Who is this done?" And then I looked online, and some Chinese guy's called Elijah that actually raps and is doing his thing.
Yeah.
So I had to put the Tishbite on the end of it. But then Elijah in the Bible was part of a tribe called the Tishbites.
Okay.
So I just kind of just Elijah Tishbite, and then we ain't looked back since. So that's where it came from.
So I want to take it back to the very beginning from you. So when you grew up as a child, where was home for you, and what would your parents say that you were like as a child? I'm intrigued.
As a child, I'll probably say opinionated. I was that why kid at school. Why? You can't put pencil sharpening on the table. Why? You can't. I was always asking why. So I say very opinionated, very like wanting to know how the world works and why should I do this and kind of thing. So maybe a little bit mischievous, a little bit cheeky, and opinionated. Therefore, I'll say.
Do you think that that's helped your faith at all? Like just in terms of growing up, or would you say that's even hindered it because it's like loads of like whys and stuff? Like have you ever felt like at any time that you felt kind of like, oh, like the answers I'm getting, like it's not making sense kind of vibe?
It hindered it, I'm not gonna lie. For a long time I used to have this question like, oh, I don't want to get into some mad theology and that, you know what I'm saying? But
I know what you're gonna say.
I'll be thinking deep. I'll be like, oh, okay, so if God in this and free will, is it really free will? Because I used to question so many things. So I wasn't really growing in my faith because I was just like, like sometimes like obedience, you just got to do things without asking the why. So I kept asking a lot of questions. It's even like things like speaking in tongues. It's like, why? How exactly does it happen? So now I'm not believing. I'm not, walking by faith. So it hindered it for a while, but we're past that now. We're done with that. But we're done with that. But yeah, as a kid, opinionated, man, therefore.
And then how did that? Am I right in thinking that are you a pastor's kid? No. Yes. No.
He's been talking. What's going on? Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Cool. So like, sorry, we do our research on this show. I'm sorry, we do our research. But like, so how did that? Because obviously you're opinionated, and then like growing up in that kind of environment as well. So did that help or hinder it like further, kind of thing, or how did that aid? How did that play a role in it?
Do you know what? It's weird, because people often have a like a perspective and think, all right, like if you're the pastor's son, you should be shelling it. You should be leading prayer. You should be doing X, Y, Z. But it's actually the opposite. Because I felt like I had to prove myself growing up in where I grew up. Do you know what I mean? So it's like people are like, oh, lie, man, you're a church boy. I'm like, hey, I'm not a church boy. Like I wanted to fit in.
So when you say prove yourself, you mean like prove yourself that like you're on badness, like you're not.
Yeah, like I am also cool. I can be cool.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a pastor's child doesn't mean I'm unique or I don't like good music or I don't like nice things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt like I just had to prove myself, but then that spiraled out of control, and then now we're knee deep in, and I've proven myself too many times, and now it's just become lifestyle. Now I've just lost the source. I'm lost in the source. So I don't know. It didn't really help. I mean, I had access to ask questions if I needed to, and I had that immediate access to answer to get my questions answered, but it didn't really help. It just kind of spiraled out of control.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think I resonate in the sense of like, obviously I'm not a pastor's kid per se, but I definitely resonate with the whole like trying to prove that you're something you're not. And it's mad. I feel like there needs to be some kind of study into it, kind of thing, because it's like nobody asked you, nobody forced you, but there you are. Like you're just trying to be out there, just trying to prove, kind of thing. Like you're just trying to prove. And I think that's really interesting. What I was gonna ask as a follow up is when for you was the moment that you were like, right, okay, like I've actually done a bit too much. Like I've actually got too knee deep. Because I think for a lot of people, it's very easy for you to kind of like be stuck in a lifestyle, and then it's like, because it's the lifestyle, it's normal because it's the lifestyle, if that makes sense. So it's literally only by the grace of God that you can pick up that thing and you're like, okay, cool, can't lie, we're buzzing here, like we've got to do something. So for you, when was that moment that you were like, okay, like if I'm not moving from this lifestyle, it's going to get long? When was that for you?
Do you know what's mad, bro? So at that point, I wasn't even in church. I wasn't even in the faith.
As in, you left completely?
I'm gone. Like, I'm just...
Why?
Because, you know, like, things happen, like...
Yeah.
Like, not because I wasn't church hurt. I was none of those things, but the more and more I was chilling with certain people, the more and more I was trying to prove myself, the more and more I was drifting away from the faith.
Did you go to your parents' church at this time?
Yeah, I'm going to... Okay. But then now I'm not even going to church. It's like Friday service is going on. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to my brethren's house.
Yeah. What was that conversation like? Because, as in, like... Because I always imagine, I think obviously, like I've said before, and obviously, like I'm Nigerian, like, and even in most like African Caribbean cultures, bro, like there's no like, you just go.
There's no dialogue.
There's no dialogue. Like,
yeah, you're coming to church. You're just iron your trousers. Yeah.
So like even when my brother will say, "Oh yeah," like I stay. That concept is so abstract because it just never even registered that you could just like not go. So that first conversation where you were like, "Not gonna lie, I'm going to my brethren's house." How did that conversation even go? I didn't even feel like...
I don't think it was smooth, you know. I feel like I must have been like, yeah, I'm not coming, I'm going to my brethren's house, and there was a bit of back and forth, like, Kojo, what do you mean? We are going to church. I'm just like, nah, I'm not. Like, all my brethrens are going to my friend's house. Like, I never go. You know, that kind of, you know, when you victimize, like, I never go. It's not fair. All of these things. And it's like, so I think reluctantly they let me go. But then that was like the first, and then do you know what I mean? And then it just kind of carried on. So I feel like I was involved in so many stuff where now we were at a crossroad where it's like, right, cool. Like, you're either going to prison, like literally, like we're in the courtroom and that, and you're actually going to prison, or you're gonna like change your lifestyle. Long story short, like I wasn't like completely involved in what happened, but you know when you get to that point where it's like, I'm not gonna speak about nothing. I'm just gonna say nothing, no comment, no comment, all the way, no comment. But yeah, I'm burning myself, and I'm gonna potentially go to jail for some guys that don't even care about me.
Yeah,
cool. So the Lord intervened, and I remember there being like some smoke in the courtroom, like cloud of smoke just entered, like the presence of the Lord entered, and then immediately like the judge just kind of overruled it. Damn. It's a long story, but he just overruled it. I was found not guilty, and then after that point, I just remember my pop saying to me, "You need to make a decision." So it's from there I said, you know what, like this thing's actually real, you know, like God's actually real. I said, nah. And it's at that point, it's a bit deep. I don't think you expected it to go that deep. I just woke up and I thought, nah, I was actually on a crossroad, and I was really like knee deep in. And then I just made a decision that, you know what, I'm going to leave everything behind, and I'm actually going to pursue and serve the Lord with my whole heart. And then from there, it's just been like non-stop. So
with the service, you decided that service to the Lord was going to be with music, I'm guessing, or was that even a thing?
No, it wasn't, you know.
How did it come about?
I used to rap before.
Okay.
Before I got saved. And then, so it's funny because like, I say before I got saved because I wasn't actually saved. Like I was going to church.
Yeah, but
I wasn't actually, I was just going, I'm sitting there like, you know, amen, amen.
Blessings and glory.
Thanksgiving and on that. I'm just there in the background, just like, yeah, I know the words, I know everything, but I'm not there. Anyways, fast forward. My grandma, she lives in Ghana, so she's called me and she said, hello dear. The Lord is saying, you need to serve in the church. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that. Like, relax, like, get off me.
What did you used to do, like, when that service was?
So I was part of the media team.
Oh, okay,
so I was like helping like film the service and that. But because my parents are pastors, I'm like, I don't want to be a pastor. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be one, innit? At the time, I thought it was so sneaky. I was like, I don't want to be standing there like preaching and that. I want to just do the background thing. Anyways, I was like, Grandma, I don't want to be a pastor. She's like, who said you have to be a pastor? You can serve him in any way, as long as you give him the glory, all these things. I said, you know what? I sat there for a while and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'll do music. Like, I'll use like my gift and I'll do music, and I'll try to be a bit unique with it in a different way. So that's how it started, really. I didn't have no like desire to do it.
Yeah.
But from the seed that my grandma planted, from there I just kind of done it. You know what I'm saying?
And then for you, what was there any particular time when you thought, okay, cool, like let me actually press on with this music thing? Because I think it's very easy to kind of like pick something up and then like just drop it when I don't know, things just don't work the way that you thought that God wanted it to work. But yeah, so when for you was the time when you were like, okay, cool, like let me actually pick it up and let me like press on with it?
Do you know what's funny? Probably like I don't know.
Don't go and tell me like 2 months ago, because I actually just fall on the floor.
probably like 5 months ago.
Bruh.
Probably like 6 months ago or something. I was like, you know what? No, do you know what it is, yeah?
Guy, this is somebody with hundreds of thousands of streams, by the way, on Spotify.
No,
okay.
Mercy. No, basically, yeah, what happened was I done it. I started in 2014. Yeah. With a song called "The Devil's a Liar" with a lady from church called Debs. I did some other songs after that, like "Mad Ting" and "Church is Alive," and we carried on doing it. But at the time of doing it, it wasn't a thing. Like it wasn't cool. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm gonna do gospel rap. It was just like, it was forbidden. It's like, hey, this thing, yeah, dude, I don't even understand what you're saying. It was like, what is this, like, kind of thing? Yeah. So it was kind of like you said, it was like a pick up and drop. I might drop like 2 songs in 2015 and I'll just go about my business. Yeah. Drop another one in 2016, maybe 2, go about my business. And it was like that. And it became a thing where people were like, they got used to that. So it's like if I was dropping a song, they were like, "Rah, yeah, he's dropping a song," kind of thing, and it became part of the the character Zelijah. Do you know what I mean? So 2019, I say 2020. Wait, hold on. You see, COVID's messed things up. I don't even know what.
Mad. I feel like things are like 5 years ago now. When more time was like last year.
Come like the Avengers film, like the blink.
But they whacked everyone out.
I don't know what's going on anymore. 2021. After, yeah, 2021. He's even still COVID. Yeah. 2021, I had done a song with Canola. I was at Canola's house. Yeah, Canola's like a good friend of mine. I was at his house. It's like late, like 1 a.m, chilling. We're eating banana cake and custards from the shops.
That's so specific.
Where it's every time I go there, it's a must.
Banana
it's
cake
a must.
And first, okay.
So we're chilling and he's like, bro, like, what? He's like, he can be quite aggressive in it, but it's cool. He's like, what you doing, bro? Like, you're not releasing no music. I'm like, bro, like, you're releasing music. Like, he's releasing music. He's like, no. You keep giving me excuses. I need to see music. I was like, bro, why? Like, I've been releasing music. He's like, it's not good enough. You've been in the game for time. You're not doing nothing. You're just sitting around acting like some old man. He's pasting it on me. I'm just like, rah, but he's like significantly younger than me, so like my chest is hurt.
How can a younger be speaking to me like this?
He's pacing. I'm like, I'm thinking, you know what? Like, cool. Like, say nothing. Yeah. You're right. Like, I keep talking about, I'm neglecting the gift now, innit? I keep saying, he's doing it. It's like I'm not confident in myself, or I feel like I'm inadequate, kind of sense. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, cool. And then from that, I just been. Because the thing is, I had bars in my phone, had songs like done. I was not going to record it.
Just there in the notes.
Just there in my notes. So I was like, okay, cool. So literally, I'm just starting from the backlog of my phone and I've just been going to studio and just been smashing it out. And then that's been the result of the past like year and a half where I've just been dropping music bears.
So like what you're saying is a lot of the releases we've seen from you over the last year and a half have literally been from...
They've been from time like
Damn.
2018, Damn. 19, 20, 21. Like some of them, like 1 or 2, like Muzzle was a recent one. Yeah. Like I just kind of like, I was praying and then it's like I just caught something. Yeah. I just done the whole song like that. Just
in one go.
Banged it all down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a mixture.
Damn.
So
I feel like that's why as well it's important to like, no matter whether people are younger, but just your peers in general, that you're actually listening to them and you actually, especially those that are like, whether especially because they're in the faith, you know, they're hopefully praying for you, they're with you, like actually take heed of what they're saying and not just like going and like dismissing it. Because imagine if, you know, you were sitting down with Canola that time and he's saying all those things and you're just saying, what's this guy trying to tell me? Like if you didn't take it on and if you weren't humble enough to take it on, then we wouldn't necessarily see what we have today. So I think it's really it's useful and it's very helpful that you did it anyway, and it's literally a lesson for all of us. And what especially I wanted to kind of second on is the importance of just not neglecting your gift, I think, because even for me as well, like I write, not music, please, I don't but like from time to time, like I like writing like poems and spoken word and things like that, and I think I just didn't do anything, or I just didn't release anything because like a lot of people around me, like they're so wavy, but like they obviously they just like release stuff, and I'm like, can't lie, like what's my business kind of thing. But somebody must have just told me one time that like it's actually, you're just doing a disservice like to God pretty much, that if like you've been given like a good given talent and like you're just not doing anything 100. With it, like it's all well and good to see in the notes, but it's like that doesn't do anything for anyone but yourself to get 100. So I think it's really, really good that everybody even takes heed. So for everybody listening, for everybody watching, if you have poem or clothes or anything that you have to do unto the Lord, just go and be doing it. Whatever you have to say, we don't care. So that's literally what that is. That's literally what that is. I was gonna describe you in the intro, and then I thought you should probably do it. So if somebody was to stop you in the street and say, not gonna lie, bro, like what do you do? What exactly is it? Because I know you have many hats, and one of them is like you are the founder of Aligned Vision. Yep. So do you want to talk to us a bit more about where that came from, what it is? Because it's a really great platform. So do you want to just talk to us about that?
It's funny, like Cardi too. I would say I'm a videographer. I wouldn't even say I'm a rapper. I was like,
that one is just a side mission.
I wouldn't even say I'm a gospel rapper. No, I'll say I'm a videographer. Okay. That's my main passion and my goal. I do that for my secular work as well, 9 to 5.
Okay.
I film like live surgeries, like they do like heart transplants and all of these things where they're filming and all that. But anyways, Aligned Vision, do you know what? It came from a place of frustration. I say that, but not in a rude way or a bad way. I say it's like I was just looking at what was going on, and I was like, you know what, like I'm actually sick of this. Like I can't show my friends stuff from us UK based. You would say they got budget, the church gets behind them. They proper. They can do mad things, like their things look okay. But us, I was like, what?
UK, it's a minority.
It's 2020. That 2020 is stuck in your head, bro. I'm showing you, and nothing's happening. Like, I'm seeing visuals, and they look like what's going on? Like your brethren's just holding their phone or something like that. And it was proper hurting me because I felt like we have such talented people that do music, 100%. Rap, sing, whatever it may be. Yeah. But we were lacking visually, in a sense where we're not getting accepted on Grime Daily. We're not on television. We're not doing any of these things because the quality control is just poor. Right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna step out in faith and try and increase that quality control. But the thing was, that's another thing that was on my, you see, like with the music, I had stuff on my notes. Yeah. The video thing was the same, where I was battling, should I shoot for the world and make money, or should I shoot for the kingdom and grow it? I don't know. Because I was stuck in a thing where I was like, I just want to be famous videographer. I want to shoot and I want to get the accolades. For years, maybe like 5 years, I battled with it. And in the end, I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what, ban the world. I'm not part of that. I'm in God's kingdom. I'm doing it for the kingdom and kingdom only. So I only like work with gospel artists. I don't do no like secular stuff at all when it comes to music. We might do like weddings and podcasts and stuff like that. That's just generic, innit? But when it comes to like music, because music influences people, and it hits the soul and it goes beyond the flesh. We only work with like gospel artists. So it came from frustration, bro. Just sitting back and reviewing and looking at it and thinking, you know what, I don't like this. I can't show, my brothers are laughing at us because our quality is just rubbish. Now it's like not just myself alone. You got co-visuals, you got a few other people that are doing things, and it's like at least the quality is rising now, and people can take us serious a little bit and be like, oh, wow, gospel, amazing, and take us in, So that's where it came from, really, bro.
No, it's really good that you said that, because literally from episode 1, season 1, like through like the consistent theme, like Tides mentioned it, friend of the podcast, Becca Folks mentioned it, friend of the podcast, like literally quality is just the biggest thing, because we'll actually be screaming this till Kingdom Come on this podcast. Like I think especially for gospel music in all its forms, that if it's not, it's all well and good that like the message is there and like it's message fantastic and all that good stuff, but like if it's like gift wrapped poorly, nobody's opening it. Like no one's going there. So like literally the work that you do, like co-visuals, like all you guys, the work that you guys are doing is really important, because people, whatever you're gonna do, like we're called to excellence. So if you're gonna do it, you might as well just do it properly. Do it properly, or just don't bother.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of people, or not a lot of people, I won't generalize, but I do definitely think that some people perhaps are resting on their laurels, in a sense of, because they're doing it for God, like just naturally those should just open, they should just get bust. And I think that's the mindset that a lot of people have had for a while, but gradually we're beginning to wake up from it, which is good. Because I think if we stay on that, then it's just not gonna fly.
Finished. We're actually finished.
We're literally finished.
God can't multiply zero, like, do you know what I mean? It's like,
that is what I say all the time, bro. We're on the
we're in sync, yeah,
bro. Nah,
don't do that on camera. You know that, don't do that on camera.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. No, I literally told everybody 7 times 0 is 0. I told them. But that's literally what it is. What's something that you would like people to understand about Aligned Vision? If there's anything that's kind of like misunderstood, or you think that you want people to kind of appreciate more in terms of like the process behind it, like going to film and things like that.
It's funny that you say that, you know. It's mad. You lot done your mad research. This ain't for gays, you know. It's proper. It's proper. RGS, don't sleep on it. I'm sharing.
Don't sleep again. Thank you.
Again. Wake up. Do you know what? I think you kind of said it in a nutshell. Like the process and what goes behind it is time consuming, and I feel like people don't really. I work as well, isn't it? And 9 to 5. Well, it's 7 to 3, but you know, we generalize it 9 to 5. It's nuts. So,
free us, hey.
Free us,
bit by bit.
And I think sometimes people just feel like I'm sitting at home doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? I'm just sitting at home, just eating jollof rice and chilling, like watching Disney Channel. Like, like I'm actually like, I'm trying, innit? Yeah. So it's a thing where like my brethren 6, 7, 8, and 8 will say, no one cares. And it's true, because no one actually cares. Yeah. Like what's happening. I want my video now. You said 12 days. It's been 13 days and 1 hour. Where's my video? Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm trying, innit? Because it's only me filming and editing. I got church commitments. I do music. And I go to work as well, and I come home. Sometimes I'm just like mentally fatigued. I might go work, come home, and be like, you know what? I just can't edit the video. Like I'm just tired. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I might sleep, wake up, and so I feel like that's something that I don't think people realize, the work that goes in behind the scenes. Like 6, 7, 8, 9 has come to my house and you see me edit and gone, is this what you have to do for my videos? And I'm like, yeah, bro. And he's just like, nah, you know what? I ain't never gonna shout you again, like, because this is long. I'm like, here it is, but I'm passionate about it, and I enjoy it, so it's not like a burden or nothing like that, but just that transparency that I don't think people have the opportunity to maybe either ask, or they will never know because they're not with me, or there's not an opportunity like this podcast for them to see and be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, so not saying like don't chase your video, but sometimes it has to be a bit of grace, you know, on the other side, to understand that sometimes it's ministry as well. It's not just business, it's ministry. So there has to be some grace when things maybe don't align per se. And the funny thing is, it's always the people that are chasing. It's like some people that we chasing, oh my, and then I work tirelessly, I deliver it. The video's not coming out until next year, January. I'm like, oh, at least be honest, you know.
They just want to have it for the sake of,
I'm excited. They want to watch it every day and show their family, which I respect in it. But it's like, that's what I would probably say. Like, everything else is fine, and I'm happy to serve, and it's a privilege to even be like in a position where I could do what I do for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, because this is what we prayed for. So it's here, and we can't be like, oh, I don't want it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just maybe a bit of grace. Yeah,
I hear that. Have you found it hard to be accountable to people, like in like the various like ways in your various kind of like artistic like activities? Because obviously like it's just you, but for example, if somebody's pulling you up and like maybe you're running slightly behind or whatever, like does that ever rub you up the wrong way, like just in terms of like when people are like, can't lie, I've asked you for this, like where is it, like does that get hard for you at times?
Yeah, sometimes it gets hard because the only reason why it gets hard is because sometimes like we're doing like people mad favors. Like if it was like, I would understand if it's just like purely business, like right, cool, we're charging 180 grand, that's what we're charging, we want deposit, like, you know, like Tim and Berry and Co, like them, and this is what we then, but it's like, wow, we've actually like done you a mad deal, and we've shown grace. You're telling me like this and that, and you want to pay at the end of the year and stuff like that, and we've shown mad grace, innit? But it's like, raw, like when it's time the other way, you're not showing no grace. That, like, sometimes it gets hard, you have to check your heart, because sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, we're all human, I just want to bang out and be like, stop calling my phone, bro, it's 3 a.m. like, but it's not right, innit? So I have to check myself and be like, hey, sorry, bro, you know, like, give me to the morning. You have to show humility, innit? Because at the end of the day, they are right. They're right, they're entitled to do what they're doing. But it does get hard, man, I'm not gonna lie. I can't sit here and cap and be like, nah, man, it's cool. It gets difficult sometimes, especially with everything going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're praying for more grace, and maybe get some more people on the team as well to help out, ease the load, or even maybe like change the structure on how we take bookings to maybe like ease them out, space them out a little bit, so we're able to be integral in what we do. So it's a trial and error process that we're in, because we're only 2 years in. So trying to find the business model that works the best for us. And until then, just grace, man.
Amen. With that, I'm a little bit intrigued. I'm even going to ask this for all the people that like kind of have projects, businesses, whatever of their own. I guess you as a CEO, even for my damn dad's at the back, behind the camera, it's even going to be for you as well. Don't look at me like that. Is the fact of, I guess, you just spoke about now, looking for people to kind of join the team and things like that. How do you feel about handing over, not necessarily control, but like you're kind of opening up, sharing you can call it your child or whatever, just sharing it with other people and kind of like, kind of delegating, like how the prospect of that, how does that make you feel?
I'm cool with it.
Okay.
I'm cool with it. Like, I feel like there has to be scale. You got to grow in it. Yeah. And you can't be hands-on per se forever, otherwise there will be no scale. As long as they've caught the vision and they understand, you know, the mission statement and the mandate, and they understand what it's about, that's nothing to do with us. It's literally nothing. We're serving. Everything that we do is we're serving. And as long as they catch that, I'm happy for them to join editors, photographers, whatever it may be, and just run with the vision. Obviously, we'll still quality control, and we'll still like oversee and be like, oh, you know what, like try this or try that, or go. We'll still like have input, but I'm happy for it to grow as big as it needs to grow, or God wills. So
no, I think as well, it's interesting to double down on, I guess, scale. Obviously, as things grow, you do need more people as well, and I think it's also important because when you're building things at length, like, you know, with any good project, business, whatever it is, you kind of see good people. Like even with the podcast team, we even shouted them out at the end of last season, but like the team, the creative team that we have now, we're a team of 6. Is it 6? So I think 6. Yeah, 6 of us, and like good people there, and they're literally integral to whatever you want to do. So as a word of wisdom to literally anybody that wants to kind of like start anything, they have something and they want to grow it bigger, like get good people, or if you're not at the stage where you need to get good people, like get good people praying for you, and that should be a prerequisite anyway. But just making sure that's there, because from there then you can just kind of build, literally show me bad business, I'll show you bad people kind of thing. That's literally what it is. Obviously you rap, you do videography, amongst other things. What's it been like when people haven't believed in your vision, if that's happened? Cause have you ever come across a time where like you're telling people things, you know, you've come to someone now, you're bare gassed, and they're like, they look happy or their face is looking somewhere and that you can tell they're not like. Has that happened? And how have you managed that?
Happens all the time. What I realized what I've stopped doing is I've stopped telling people about the vision, like, because you know that saying where it's just like they weren't there for the conversation that you had with God. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I get things downloaded and I'm gassed. Listen, I'm trying to do a song and I want to use everyone's ad libs and I want to use everyone's lyrics in the song. It's gonna be cold. Nah, bro, I don't know if people are gonna like that, you know, bro. Why? No, even like my song Muzzle. Why did you choose that beat, man? That beat's whack, bro. Like, it's not drilly. It's not drilly enough. It's just bare commercial. It's bare corporate. But I'm thinking in my head, yeah, like, you know, it's not every day. Like,
it's actually not every day. It's not every day.
Sometimes
like,
just, you know, put on gospel hydration, nice sound, you know, something that aunties can now also
that they can do the
wiggle.
Like,
it's not every day like gang, but sometimes it's like, oh, it's too much. But when I'm telling the man them that, they're like, nah, like, don't do it.
Yeah.
So it happens all of the time. So what I've started doing is just, I have a close-knit circle of people, maybe like 2 or 3, that I trust their judgment, and I'll send them something, whether it's like a project or something, and say like, what do you think? And they'll give me honest feedback. But that kind of like wider scope of telling people your vision doesn't work, I don't think, you know. It don't work. And some things I don't even tell no one. Like, for example, we got something coming up with Aligned Visions, like a new kind of platform thing, similar to Top Up, but something different.
Okay. What's Top Up for the people because there'll be people that don't know?
Top Up is it's a freestyle platform on Aligned Vision where we got like a phone hanging from the ceiling, and we give the opportunity for any artist to come. They got 4 minutes of Top Up credit, and the timer's counting down to kind of just display their artistic ability on the beat. And if they've got time left over, maybe like a minute or so, they can top up for like another season and come back and display what they have. So far we've had like 2 seasons. Season 1 with like Goons for God, Rev J, GS, 678 Nath, and a few people that I probably missed, forgive. And then season 2 we've had like Rebela, Vontae Grace, Ziki, T Supreme, Canola, Jay Retner, Abdra Pero, and a few other people. It's like a freestyle show, similar to Plugged In Sessions with Fumes. Or like Fire in the Beef, can you say? But yeah, like as a nutshell, to round up the question, or the answer to the question, it happens all the time, but you just gotta hold firm to your conviction, innit? Like, if you believe in your source and deliver it and do it. There might be some times where you might not execute. People say, I told you, you know, like, you shouldn't have done that, bro. That was meaty. But then if you've got a close knit of friends that will give you like actual solid what's what I'm looking for, like critique, you should be fine. But it happens to me a lot though. Like I just stopped telling certain people certain things because they just, I don't know, man. I don't know for you lot, man. You know, just
I think sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in the excitement of, like, especially if you feel like you've heard something from God, or like you've got a plan there, and you're like, oh my god, because naturally the first thing you want to do, like, you're excited, you want to tell everybody. But I think sometimes the gift just comes with just building, and just it's even discipline to an extent, just to like keep it under wraps. Like even this podcast, like for time, like it was like we were just building, we were just saying nothing, and at times I wanted to just say, oh my gosh, that, because me, I naturally talk anyway. So me that I talk bears as it is, to now go and try to keep something under hidden.
It's
it
discipline.
It was hard, but like at the appointed time, like everything is made right. So like when the time now came to go shared it, and that's how it works. So sometimes it's just exercising. It's even a form of discipline to just
to add on that as well. Like sometimes, you know, that God might speak to you about anything. It could be even someone.
Yeah.
And it's not everything you go and
it's
tell.
It's not everything.
Some things you take and you go and pray.
Yeah.
For the person.
Yeah.
Or about the person, or about the thing.
Definitely.
So yeah, like you're right, man. Just a bit of discipline sometimes, man.
Hear that. Unshakable. That dropped last week, so congrats on that. That was you. That was Rebela, Beloved Music.
Beloved, yeah.
How did that even come about? What was the process? And anything else you want to tell us about that song, really?
So that song, J1W, Just One Way, that's what it stands for, Bigger Up. He he dropped the beat, a snippet of the beat on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And then Gospel Hydration tagged me and Rebla and was like, Rebla, Zelijah, I hear you on this side eye. And I was like, it's funny, like Rebla's my guy, and I talk to Rebla like every day, like almost like every day for like hours. Normally I would have just looked at him and like, okay, I would have liked the comment and just kept it moving because I've got other things I'm doing. But I said, you know what, actually, no. One, I like this beat, and two, Rebla and I have been meaning to work for a while. So I called him, I said, did you see Gospel Hydration's post? He's like, no. Like, I said, check it. He checked it. Then he was just like, what do you think? And I was like, yeah, bro. Then we kind of started deliberating. He's like, I need a female singer in there. I need a female singer. Then I was like, Beloved. Yeah. He was like, Beloved? I said, yeah. Had the back and forth about it. He's like, I want to get my international singer. I'm like, no, trust me, get Beloved.
Yeah.
You get me? And all of them thing there. And then in the end, we got Beloved in. And then we recorded it, had it all patterns, and we got a video shoot for it. But I don't know, by the time this comes out, video might be out. So
yeah, no, it may be out. It probably will be out still. Yeah.
Yeah, man, look out for the video. It's out now.
All right, cool. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. All right. Pivoting now to the rest of the year. What have you got for the people? The people want to know. What you got?
Nothing. I got a few more singles coming out towards the end of the year. I got one with 6, 7, 8 Nave coming out soon.
Okay.
I got a couple solos out. I got another one with Open Vessel from Goons for God. I got a surprise one coming. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Like, got the DM this morning and it's looking kind of promising. Something that it's gonna cross the waters, shall we say? Cross the seas.
We're here for that.
You know what I'm saying?
We're here for that.
And that's pretty much it. You know, I feel like that's for like Elijah, AV, Align Vision. We probably got a couple more like freestyle shows coming out. Maybe like a cypher or something, a bit more collaborative work with some international artists as well to try and bridge the gap. And that's all I can really say. I can't, you know, like,
confidentiality. I understand. It's cool. About, but no, we'll definitely be keeping our eyes out for that. So thank you. And yeah, that is literally it. Before we wrap up, naturally, people will want to keep in touch with you and all those good things. So where can people find you in terms of socials and stuff like that? Socials,
I'm only on Insta. I'm just kind of stuck in the past, you get it? So it's Elijah.Tishbite. That's the only place you're going to find me. Anywhere else is fake. Okay. It's not me. You might find me on YouTube, Elijah Tishbite, but Insta is the place where I live. So it's cool. Elijah.Tishbite.
Fab stuff. But no, thank you very, very much. I've enjoyed the conversation more than I actually thought I would. I can't lie.
What are you trying to say? We trying to say that.
Oh, because coming in today, I was feeling a bit.
No, I'm joking.
But yeah, more than I thought I would. So yeah, there's so much that like people can take from it, and yeah, like definitely excited to see what you got for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
But yeah, but as for us, in fact, right now, stop what you're doing. Pause your Spotify. If you're on YouTube, pause the YouTube. Go and subscribe to the page that you're watching right now. Go and subscribe as a matter of urgency. If you're on Spotify, pause right now. 5 stars as a matter of urgency. Apple, never mind. Sorry, we don't have Apple Music agenda because it might look that we do, but we don't. Apple Music as well. 5 stars is much appreciated. You can follow us on all socials at the RGS Podcast. So that's Instagram, that's TikTok, that's Instagram and TikTok, so make sure that you fall in with us on that. And we've got good stuff for you coming for the rest of the season. Behind the scenes content, charts, updates, all that stuff. Like, it's actually your home for everything that's redefined and that's gospel. So please join us. And yeah, we will catch you next time. But yeah, this has been RGS. It's been good vibes. So say less, don't stress. God bless. Peace. And that's a wrap.
You are now listening to Redefined Gospel Sounds.
What's good, guys? We got another round of quickfire questions. I'm so excited because I haven't asked them in a while and I miss it, man. We're back. So we've got Zelijah here. We're going to be shooting the questions at him. Just want you to give them back at me. Just bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. All right.
And yeah. So are you ready?
Yeah, I'm born ready, baby.
Let's go. All right. Are we good there? Fine. All right. 3, 2, 1.
I'm nervous. I don't know. Man.
Cool. Favorite Bible verse? E.T.'s moving like you. This is so funny. What's the first one that came to your head?
Because it's the fire thing. But it's not my favorite.
It's not your favorite.
Joshua 1:9.
Cool. A song that you're loving right now can be any song that you're loving right now.
Do you know what they're gonna? Don't cancel me. Yeah, don't. We want raves.
Fairs.
The love one, some love song.
Okay.
Basically.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Next is the biggest lesson on your faith journey so far.
Keep God first, always.
Say that again.
Keep God first, always.
Cool. Next is an artist that you'd like to work with.
Emmanuel the Prophet.
Cool. Next is your favorite song that you've released so far.
Full Time featuring Raptist.
Cool. Your next is your favorite moment in music so far.
I don't have one yet.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's very okay. Next is your go-to song recommendation. Like if you were gonna chat to me, like say, oh my gosh, like if I ask you for a song, what are you most likely to tell me to listen to?
Probably Condo 7 Mazzoline, but it's not out yet.
Fairs. Okay.
So it's a bit of a leaky one.
Okay, cool. Next is something that you'd like Christians to do better. What the realness? Something that you like Christians to do better.
Just stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Stop it. And lastly, if we had God pull up a chair in the physical in the middle of us, what would you ask him?
Wow.
You can get time on this, to be fair, because I know the last questions was a bit
deeper than rap. I want to see life from the beginning. Show me.
Cool. Fairs.
Yeah.
That's a very nobody ever said. That's very good. That's a very good answer. I love that. Cool. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Thank you very much. Love.
Hey.